playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at New York. They come into the series, Greg, with a lot of momentum after a sweep in round 1.
And you know they've got to be feeling good about themselves. But as you've seen, Kevin, things can change in a hurry in the postseason. And this is a tough opponent in front of them. And round 1 momentum only goes so far. This is a fresh start, and they're going to have to battle even harder to get through this series.
Here's a fresh start. You're right. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hart. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum passes to White. Sinks the three-pointer.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
To the middle. Here's Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Porzingis. Right side Holiday. Here's White. It's rebounded by New York.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now here is Holiday. To the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Porzingis finds Tatum. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Hart with a screen on White. Here's Bridges. Good, nice job down low.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Tatum, outside White. Pass to Brown. Tatum with it. The turnaround jumper. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, the control Tatum plays with is just mesmerizing.
The Knicks with the lead. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. You can't let him out hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. See if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. And White, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. White's got his second bucket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. New York making a change here. Achua's checked in.
Precious Achua.
So it's the Knicks now. Bridges outside. Pass to Brunson. And it's off from three-point range. Boston trail. Brown kicks to Tatum. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the layup missed. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Now Tatum, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Tatum passes to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Miles McBride's checked in for Mikal Bridges.
At the line with one shot.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And looking at Tatum's game, you know, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Now here's Brunson. No scoring in this one. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Brown the pass to Horford. 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Now, here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. Pass to Pritchard. Fires for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Towns against Horford. Now here's Towns. Guarded closer. Achua finds Brunson. Al Horford with the rebound.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Celtics out in front. They're up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Here's Pritchard. Lets it go from the wing, and he can't bank that one in. New York trailing, and with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Horford tries again, and he sinks the layup. Horford's got his second basket of the night.
And folks, this is Horford hit his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Bridges with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Bridges double team. Dame passes to Bridges. Here's the three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Craig. Here's Pritchard. Back to Craig. A three-pointer, no good. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. Here's Bridges. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. That's 7 points for Mikal Bridges. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Here's Tatum after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Horford inside the line. No good from the wing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for New York. Precious Achiuwa. The line for 2.
He misses the free throw. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Over to the left wing. A shot by Pritchard, no good. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now, here's Achiuwa. Bridges a screen on Craig. Now, here's Achiuwa. Guarded by Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Boston making some changes. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's White in for Pritchard. And then for New York, Mitchell Robinson comes in for Achiuwa. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
You get that one on you. Give yourself a round of applause.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Holiday against Brunson. Outside Tatum. Here's White. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
The Knicks making a switch here. McBride's checked in. And that one falls for White. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brunson outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Towns. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Porzingis, still without a basket. White the pass to Holiday. Now Porzingis. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
That free throw missing. Can we talk about this every night? So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size.
Right.
And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Now here's Brunson. He has 5. Towns the pass to Brunson. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Holiday. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just one loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
Now here is Holiday. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. 1:20 left now here in the second. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Josh Hart comes in for Achua. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride.
Mikal Bridges.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Towns. Now Hart from downtown. New York missing again. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Boston leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. 6 on the shot clock. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
jump ball.
So it's Boston now. Cornette kicks to Brown. 4 on the clock. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by New York. Now, here's Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Boston Celtics.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
There must be ice water in his veins. Such an important game, and he plays superb basketball in that opening half.
Yeah, kind of what you expect from a guy of his caliber. Don't be surprised if his second half is just as good.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. Now Tatum. Porzingis finds Holiday. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Knicks trail by 5. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship award winner. He is a pro's pro.
And Bridges is a crafty player, knows how to draw whistles and get to that line.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Bridges, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Now, here's Anunoby. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Here's Brunson, dives to the hoop. Holiday with the defensive effort. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum, good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Bridges outside. Hart with the screen for Bridges. Clock at 6. Shoots. Jump shot is good. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
A capable shooter from all three levels, and Bridges with the smooth release.
Tatum a screen. Brown the pass to Tatum. Brunson, right side. Count it. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Outside, Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Holiday against Hart. Towns at the elbow. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
A shifty player who really thrives on making the right play. Holiday sure runs a smooth pick and roll.
From deep, Brunson. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics leading by 3. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. White goes in. There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Anunoby slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Brunson against Holiday. Tatum down low. Over Hart. Tatum's shot is off. For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Back to Hart. Here's Towns. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Towns. Holiday with the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Brunson barreling in. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum down low. Brunson covering. White wide open. He fires. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. The Knicks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Bridges against White. Bridges inside. White with the defensive effort. Celtics leading by 4. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Basket counts. Porzingis has got 6.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot's good from Brunson.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Holiday. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Holiday, the pass to White. It's Brown on the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Porzingis inside. Towns on him. Porzingis can't hit. Knicks trail by 4. Anunoby outside. Towns high post. He's against Porzingis. Towns kicks to Bridges. Pass to Brunson. A 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum with it. Porzingis way outside. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 4. Pass to Towns. Let's go. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Takes it inside. Outside, Horford. Here's Pritchard. Nice move. And the layup is up and in. Pritchard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Horford against Towns. Over in the corner, McBride buries the long-range jumper.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. Here's Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Tatum with it. Now guarded by Towns. 20 feet out. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
And how about the decision-making by Tatum there? I mean, fantastic at just having a feel for what the defense is going to do and then creating the space there for the jumper.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Drew Holiday's checked in for Torrey Craig. And New York with a change here, too. Hart, he's checked in for Achua. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Good on the three-point shot.
Wow, look at the release. Towns with a quick trigger.
Boston leading by 5. Tatum passes to Horford, to the wing on the left. Picked by Horford. Here's Pritchard. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Anunoby lays it up and in off the pretty assist. That's 7 points for OG Anunoby.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Tatum's shot is off. Knicks trail by 3 to the inside. Hart, that's good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Here's Hauser following the score by New York. Tatum passes to Pritchard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Celtics lead by 3. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Cameron Payne.
Checking in for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson.
Knicks trail by 3. Bridges outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Physical play from Bridges under the hoop, making sure to win that foul call.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Anunoby passes to Towns. So they take the lead.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
And that one misses.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Pass to Anunoby. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting for New York, OG Anunoby, 2 shots.
That's good from Anunoby. Good on both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Celtics trail by 3. And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. Towns with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Launches the 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to White. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Brunson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, no doubt about those free throws coming up big in the clutch.
Outside, White. Brown deciding where to go with it. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Now here's Brunson. And the rejection by Tatum.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter.
Fires the 3. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Brunson with it. Out-guarded by Porzingis.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Brunson. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
Outside Tatum. Feet away. Boston again missing. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Brunson against Holiday. And here's Brunson. It falls!
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
The inbound. Yes!
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Here's Brunson. Anunoby outside. Holiday against Brunson. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Here's Bridges. Out to Brunson. And taken away by Brown. 4-on-3 break. A minute into overtime in what has been a great game so far. It's rebounded by New York. Thompson with it, picked up by Brown. It's Hart on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Knicks lead by 1.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Back to Porzingis. It's rebounded by New York. Towns is... Anunoby passes to Hart. Stolen by Holiday. Count it, and the foul. That one is on Towns.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line, Jaylen Brown. At the line, shooting 1.
That free throw good from Brown.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Here's Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Tatum looking around. Back to Holiday. Tatum with the screen on Brunson. Holiday dishes to Brown. Shot clock at 6. High post try. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, look, adding unnecessary difficulty to a shot is something that drives coaches crazy. Stick to the basics whenever you can.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Brown against Bridges. Out to White. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Brunson outside. With the teardrop, it's off.
And what a night he's having on the glass, putting in the work to help his team close out possessions.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Here's Tatum. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. To win the game. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line.
Here we go.
White against Bridges. Goes up the baseline. White with the defensive effort. The Celtics shooting at 46%, making some buckets. For 3, score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Brunson against Holiday. Towns sets the pick for Hart. A shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Porzingis. Holiday looking over the floor. Back to Tatum. Off target from outside. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Hart, that's good. And it's 9 points for Josh Hart.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Anunoby against Brown. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, White. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night. That one drops for him. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns.
Checking in for the Knicks, number 23, Mitchell Robinson.
Knicks trail by 3. Now here's Brunson. Over Porzingis. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 19 points.
No doubt Brunson committed to getting his rhythm. He wants to be a provider on the scoreboard.
Hard against Tatum. And Holiday has it in the corner. Tatum a screen. Holiday the pass to Tatum. Brunson against Holiday. It's White on the wing. Moves back up. Count it!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Brunson against Holiday. And it's Brunson missing. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jalen Brunson, second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Drew Holiday at the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Pass to Hart, launches it. Porzingis with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Robinson, second personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line for 2 shots.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, fifth team foul. At the line for 2, Jason Tatum.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jason Tatum.